Oh, it's been said a bard's life can often be a hard life, or hill and dale to rove and always move from town to town. And some folk have inquired if ever we grow tired of ranging all around the world and never settling down.
But one should be a little wary of remaining stationary, 'cause comfortable is lovely, but it's not the way we grow. When life starts to unravel, pick up your pack and travel. You'll find a strange serenity in places you don't know. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. You've got no map for showing which direction you are going.
But why start on a journey if you know where it will end?
And once you recognize,
To anticipate surprise, you'll relish every twist and turn that lies around the bend. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. The world has got its demons. There are many reasons why you'd find it harder to be brave than be afraid. But every life could use some danger. Every friend was once a stranger. Ships are safe in harbor, but that's not why ships are made.
Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee-da-dee. A fwit-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Adventures waiting further down the road. Let's go! Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. La-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Gothic Horror Gaming. Pardon us while we just switched our background to the correct one. Thank you. We had to switch it around to make sure we got you the most updated advertisements for our up-and-coming events, which I will get to in just a moment. But thank you for coming back to our second part of our Halloween holiday special. It is a nightmare before Christmas in a way. But I hope you all had a wonderful holiday. I know I certainly did. And hopefully all of you did as well. Now then, for those of you new to the channel, which I do not know if there is anybody new right at this very moment, but this is a horror game. And so as a result, we will be dealing with subject matter that some people might find a little bit too much. We have creatures of common phobias. We have violence, descriptions of blood and gore, that sort of thing. Traditional Yuletide subject matter, especially if you were to pay attention to any of the Victorians. But just be warned that is something that will be on this channel tonight. I'd like to take a moment also to thank our sponsors, which I just previously mentioned. First of all, I'd like to thank our perennial sponsor, Wren Adventures. WrenAdventures.com is where you want to go. They do all sorts of tours all throughout the world. They've got one going on in Italy coming up for New Year's. They go to Sicily, the Czech Republic, where you are basically being toured around by Renaissance Fair performers in these various locations. However, we're doing something special once again for Nat 21 Adventures. We're doing a Destination Dungeons and Dragons in Muncaster Castle in England that first week of June, where we will spend the night in the castle for all those nights. During the day, we will tour around to various sites in the area and then play D&D all throughout the day and evening, culminating in a large feast as well. Your game masters will be myself, Ryan Gelodi, a frequent on this channel, and also Paulo Garbanzo himself. So be sure to check out renadventures.com. Also want to thank our good friends over at 3d2u.org, our friends Jesse and Amy. They make all sorts of gaming products, wood cut, burning, laser cut. I guess that's the word I want to use. Laser cut. They also do 3D printing. They do dice towers, dice trays, journals, all that sort of thing. Check them out at 3d2u.org. And of course, like to plug ourselves. Hannah Z, who is operating things in the background, and I have an endeavor. She writes horror and dark poetry, science fiction. And our first collection is called Dare. You can find it on Amazon or Audible, where I narrate it. And you can also go to Patreon at Quill and Quote. You do have to spell it all out. It is 18 and over only, because we are dealing with horror, dark romance, that sort of thing. But if you sign up for our Patreon, we will send you the stories as they are written before they're even compiled into a book. So you get that in advance. A little bit about our game tonight. We are playing in the chill universe, in which the supernatural is very real, very dangerous. There was an organization called SAVE that was formed to combat this evil. It is a charitable organization formed in 1844 by wealthy gentlemen and a few ladies as well, in an attempt to combat the unknown. The general public is ignorant of it, and they wish to keep it that way if they possibly can. However, our game system is called Over the Edge and is very simple. All of our characters have 3 traits, a primary and 2 side traits. Those traits can be anything. For instance, primary trait might be policeman. And then side traits might be amateur photographer and devoutly religious. There we are. Anytime you try to do something in the game, you will attempt to hit a target number, rolling a certain number of 6-sided dice. If you are attempting something that would fall under the purview of your primary trait, for instance, in our police officer's case, firing a gun, you would roll 4d6 and attempt to hit a target number. If you are trying to do something under a side trait, let's say recalling a particular Bible verse for our devoutly religious character, you would roll 3d6. If it falls underneath none of these, for instance, rewiring a circuit board, 2d6. Those are the rules. That is basically the general gist of how everything happens. And those of you on Twitch, you can contribute by stating with Sir David Percival over there in the comments that you would like to spend your Twitch points to buy helps for different players. or for myself, the Gloom Master, as well. He will then translate that into helps. The players can declare those helps before they make a die roll. When they make that die roll, they will get to roll an extra die for every help that they will spend. However, they can still only take the maximum amount. So, for instance, our police officer really needs to make this shot with his gun. He chooses to use a help. He would normally roll 4d6. He will now roll 5d6 and take the highest 4. It makes sense. You'll see how as we go. Our game tonight is set in the year 1847. We are in eastern Pennsylvania, in Upper Frederick Township area, the general vicinity of Trapp and Frederick, Pennsylvania, amongst a German immigrant community where 2 young ladies have turned up deceased in a most horrible fashion. And there have been a couple of arsons, apparently, as well. Our players have been trying to track down what is causing this. They have some leads, but I will let them explain what they know. And we're going to start with Jane Divergent. Jane, welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
So, what do you recall?
So we are out here in the sticks with the German immigrants, and we already went to one house. There, the couple, of course, were just shell-shocked. They found their daughter dead in what sounded like a horrible situation. They had 2 young boys. We went to the church afterwards. I'm really hoping that the priest makes a house visit to check on the kids, because the parents are not in a state to take care of anybody, including themselves, right now.
This is true. Madame Marvolo is also here. Madame Marvolo, what do you recollect?
I have used my gift to see the truth of what is going on, and I have to tell you this. It is fucked up. It is horrific. We are encountering a genuine supernatural entity. I was kind of hoping it was going to just be some skeevy politician or corrupt priest of some kind, which I can deal with. The supernatural is the worst, I can say. This Frau Perchta with the nose. Yes, I get where she's coming from. Kids are okay or whatever, but not my thing. I don't have any idea how we are going to beat her. And I wish that maybe we met this priest, right? Jen was very adamant about me not telling priest everything. But if he was a good priest, he would want to know that there is supernatural forces terrorizing his community. Perhaps maybe he had the insight to how to best beat that particular supernatural force. Apparently, it's not my jam. It's not where I am from. Russia. I am from Russia. Definitely from Russia.
Definitely
no other place.
From Russia. 100%.
No other place.
From 100%. The city of Russia in the country of Russia.
Yes.
Very
just
good.
North of Russia.
Excellent. We also have Cormac McDillan is here with us. Cormac.
Yeah.
How are things?
Well, how are things? Things are going as great as they can be, I guess. Apparently, we're here outside of the city of Philadelphia, where some mythological hiney witch is murdering kids and burning flax and stuff.
Oh, yeah, the flax thing.
Like the anti-Santa Claus, like murdering bad kids and stuffing them with straw and others. That's like I've seen some stuff in my life, but this is kind of messed up. That's what I'm saying right now.
Yes, indeed. Druella Bauer, you did see her body. She was disemboweled, her organs left in a pile at the foot of her bed.
Just
and
like the organs there.
body cavity stuffed with straw and stones.
Disgusting. I mean, I've seen some stuff. But something like that, like poor girl wasn't even 15 years old, maybe.
Indeed.
And now
And we
she's
also have with us,
some Heine witch.
indeed, we have Kensington Stoatgrapple is with us as well.
What we are dealing with is best described as a spectre that has taken manifestation in physical form. Terrible, terrible things. People of this area seem to be from German descent. This priest, I believe the Lutherans call them pastors. He was of a little advice. There's also more to this area that must be explored. However, time is of the essence, and I fear that we were given the names of other children who might be in danger. The names, of course, I shall now repeat.
Yes, you you were told about four
Yes.
four girls who were running around. They were sort of troublemakers in amongst themselves. Druella Bauer, who is deceased. Gertrude
nice.
Schroeder, who is also deceased. And then there was also Elsa Mueller and Matilda Zimmerman were in that same cadre of young girls, just being young girls growing up. You were given a confirmation of that by the pastor here at the Augustus Lutheran Church here in Trapp, Pennsylvania. By the way, a very real place.
Yes.
I have relatives buried there.
Russia's a real place too. I don't know why you keep casting dispersions on it.
Indeed, Russia, definitely. You are well versed in all of Russia.
Very real place.
Real place.
Now, what we've stumbled up upon, my friends, is we've talked a great deal about Russia and all of the. We know there's a southern Russia and a northern Russia, and as a traveler of the world, I am a world traveler. One of my conditions I do. I of course have traveled here on behalf, and we've come to an impasse of where to go next. Whom shall we be speaking?
Not
Eh?
I thought, was it not one of the other girls that
Yes, we
wished
did.
to
Yes,
speak
we were
to?
going to talk to one of the other girls, either Elsa or the
Matilda.
Matilda.
Yeah, the Zimmermans or the Muellers.
Which
Yeah.
one is closer?
Well, one of them was also new to the area, were they not?
No, you were told that there was another couple that was new to the area.
Ah,
Kitelings?
The Stoffers, actually.
Okay, you bring up interesting point. If this has never happened before, and these girls have been naughty for years,
yes. What makes this year so special?
you see, this is what I'm saying. There's always someone behind it. There's like the stupid mortal person that wishes to dabble in the mystic arts that doesn't know anything about what they're doing, and they accidentally open the door and let a bunch of demons in.
So, how did you come here from Russia?
Both.
Ah, same. Probably a different boat. Let's see.
But you certainly wouldn't know anything about dabbling with unknown powers and accidentally bringing something into this world.
Of course not. That would be ridiculous and highly irresponsible.
Especially in Russia.
Yes.
Look, if none of us dabbled in stuff we shouldn't be doing, a lot of us wouldn't have been brought into this world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you see what I'm saying. So now
Gotcha.
I feel like there is someone behind it, and you guys don't think it was the priest. Fine.
I just do not. I don't think he was as helpful as we thought he might be.
You see? Suspicious, I say. Very
Cormac, what do
suspicious.
you think, my friend?
Cormac?
What do I think? I'm not sure what to think. Sorry, I zoned out on you there. You started talking about supernatural things and this, that, and the other thing. And while I know that we've all had our own little run-ins, probably, I don't think that the priest not knowing anything makes him suspect at all.
He seemed
I
on the up and up to me.
The priest, or whatever the hell the damn Lutherans call themselves.
Yes. Well, where to now?
I think we should go to the next house where the other girl was murdered. Or we should go to where the other fire was, because I'm going to bet we're going to find the same thing we found at the first places for the fire ended that. We're going to find more flax burnt. Or
Or do
more.
we want to go to one of the
another
girls who
girl
hasn't been killed yet?
with her guts pulled out and stuffed with straw and rocks.
I wish to know how to stop this fiend.
Yeah, I
That
don't.
one.
Well, I mean, you two are the ones that know all about the supernatural stuff. Is there anything we can do against this tiny winch?
I
am personally of the opinion that we take out that which summoned this witch.
We gotta plug this hiney.
But that is, I'm saying maybe my own experience. But if this is an unfettered, something that just happens with your bed.
Well, Gloommaster, which would be the closest away from the Lutheran
Where we
church
are
here?
now.
Elsa, Matilda, or the Stofers?
It would seem, I believe that Elsa Mueller's residence was relatively close. You were told that by.
Yeah, that was up the road.
Up the old Colonial Road, yes.
That.
But from where you are right now, that is probably the closest. The Mueller residence, that's the closest, and then the Zimmerman and the Stoffers are probably about the same distance. You actually do not know 100% where the Stoffers live. You've only heard their name bandied about.
And I guess we forgot to ask the pastor, whatever the hell.
You are still at the church. You can certainly ask him. You have not left yet. You were about to leave.
Are we gonna go back in there and ask this guy where a bunch of teenage girls live? Is that what we're doing right now?
If we have a map, that might help.
Let's do it.
Yes,
we are different.
Yes.
And we would have to stop asking. We just put marks on all the places we wish to go. Notice they're casually in a pentagram sort of way. Break the line. You know, the usual.
What was the name of this damn witch again?
Frau Perchta is the name that you know.
Frau Perchta.
That's the bad guy. And the name of the town? Is that what you were asking for?
No, I wanted to know the name of the witch.
Frau Perchta.
Frau Perchta.
Yes.
It is late afternoon at this point.
Well, I would suggest we then, in that case, head to the residence of one of the girls to. What would our story be? We're there to.
But while you guys are thinking of good cover story, I go get the priest to mark on map where we need to go. Okay.
He is very helpful. He absolutely says, "Oh, yes, of course. I believe the Stoffers live up here. It's very far up. It's in Schwenksville, I believe, is the what they're calling the little borough. It's very far up. Skipback Pike, all the way up, close to the lake, Green Lane up there. It's they don't come to this church. They're Catholic."
Cormac, you're on.
So, which one was the new one? The newest resident?
The Stoffers, the Catholics, they're new.
Oh, they're Catholic? I mean, they're Catholic.
No, go on.
I wonder what she's saying inside, Cormac. We are outside, of course, enjoying this brisk cold air.
Yeah. Yeah.
I come out with the map. Okay, girls, I have
My
my
facial senses are
destination.
tingling.
I'm just petting the horses.
I will say that out of all of these, one of these is not like the others.
Go on.
This one here, they're
Are we in Michigan?
they're Catholic.
Well, if we want
What?
Pennsylvania, we should fetch a box.
Catholic. They're Catholic.
Oh.
And actually, I believe if you wanted to look at it this way, this is Pennsylvania, there's Erie, this is Philadelphia over here, so you're right around here-ish.
Very good. Yes.
All right, so we're gonna
That was
go.
probably the best explanation I've ever seen of describing where things are in Pennsylvania.
Yes, it makes perfect sense. Here is Erie, here is Pittsburgh, and over
Well-
here is Philadelphia. Here is Lancaster and Harrisburg. Yes.
Are we rattling the beads and going to hang out with the Catholics?
Oh,
We have a way with words. I think that is a wonderful time for a cutscene.
You are. Will point out that you go past the Muellers on the way.
oh, of course,
Do the
we stop at the
stuff
Muellers.
Oh yes, yes.
And say, lock your doors. Don't let anyone with big long noses in. Oh, that sounds wrong. What I mean to say is metal noses made of metal,
Iron, specifically.
iron noses. are
Well,
bad.
also, if someone shows up with a copper schnoz, they're not going to exactly invite them in. I should say, if we just maybe make certain highly suggest it might be a good time to I have a reason to speak to the young lady.
Go on.
Is it related to wool?
Yes, yes,
I
it
knew it.
is. As
I
most
knew it.
things are, you see. I'm here hiring. I'm offering. Yes, we're going to be. I'm coming to let the family know that I am going to be purchasing wool, and that I would like to see a sample. So, might be a good idea to go ahead and get on with your spinning, so that I could see a sample of your work, because I might be coming back with a great with some career opportunities that would
Well,
help
I
the young
think
ladies dowry quite so.
I think this is the house on the left, so I think we came up with that just in time.
Ah, yes.
The sun is setting as you arrive at the Mueller farmhouse. There's a long drive that goes into the actual farmhouse from the road. And you see there's in the failing light, twilight at this point, you see there's a dark-robed figure on foot walking toward the house from the road. You do not notice any footprints by the road.
I'm making a cult roll,
Go ahead.
and I'm going to use help.
I will also make an occult roll, please.
Go ahead.
How many dice?
For you, madam, 4.
Okay,
16.
very nice. 10, 17.
You both realize almost immediately that this, whatever this is, came from the road. It's obviously walking toward the house. It is not leaving footprints in the snow. That screams
Yes.
the unknown to you, obviously.
Yes.
Also, the individual looks almost like they're dressed in rags. dark, dirty rags. Their face is away from you. They seem to be focused on the house. They are about, I would say, 25 yards away from the edge of the road. The house sits back about 100 yards.
I turn to Jane and Cormac and I say, we may have found what we were looking for on the road ahead.
That's
Are you
convenient.
prepared?
The entity
for-
is walking with a brisk pace toward the house.
We don't know how to beat her yet.
No, but I shall not abide another child. Bitter! I shout out into the.
The entity stops and goes rigid for a moment, but does not turn around.
What?
She's bitter. Did you just call her bitter?
It's German for please.
It's a type of alcohol.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
How are the horses handling this?
You stopped on the road. You have not attempted to go down the drive yet.
Okay.
We must go approach to save the girls.
Yes.
All right.
I dismount and make my way out onto the property.
All right, just for clarity's sake, you were stopped by the road, and Kensington jumps out of the sleigh and starts approaching the house with that figure in rags is betwixt you and the house. Am I correct?
We should get closer before you hop out, sir.
I've already hopped out.
Okay, doc. We will still continue closer, I would imagine.
So you turn the sleigh down the drive to go in.
Yeah.
Very well, but Kensington is now on foot. You have yelled Bitta. She has stopped and stiffened, but has not turned around yet.
We are strangers here. Do you know what house we are approaching? The family who lives here?
Without turning around, the head shakes no and starts walking again. You have now caught up to Kensington on the sleigh. You are about 10 yards away from the entity. The horses, give me a horse handling roll, if you would, please.
I swear to fuck. Go ahead.
I'm trying to stall her. That's what I'm trying to do.
12.
12. The horses are shying away from going any further. You are making them proceed, but they are very reticent to continue down the road. What was that, madam?
I'm trying to stall her. Go ahead.
It is now walking toward the house again.
Keep going. Are you cool? You're doing a great job there, Jane. Let's. There's a kid.
Well, I mean, what are we going to do here? Like,
Get the kids out, get them on the sleigh, and hightail it the heckin' out of here.
That's kind of what I was thinking, but
The thing in rags has started into a trot.
Go.
all right. Do we know how many kids are in that house?
The house is about 70 yards away from where you are.
But I mean, does anyone remember if the priest said how many kids live in here, or if it was
Honestly,
just like the one
I think
girl?
it's just the girl we need to worry about. That is my opinion. We get her in the sleigh, it'll be super easy. And if we get brought up on charges of kidnapping,
The creature in rags has
versus
now outpaced you and is about 20 yards ahead of you.
I am going to hate this, but I am getting off. I'm throwing the reins off the horse. I'm getting on the horse and riding towards the house.
The horse is hitched to the sleigh. That's
Oi,
how
Frau!
sleighs work.
Look at me, girl! Look at me! What's your problem?
oh my god! Oh my
What I
god.
mean to say is your madam. Oi! Over here.
Are you yelling at the entity?
Yeah, I'm yelling at her. Yeah, I'm yelling at her. Like I've got this Brooklyn accent.
In Russian.
Yeah, this is Russian. What's your
Hey,
problem?
she's walking here.
All right, so instead of unhitching the horses, I'm just arguing with them.
Give me an animal handling roll. Again.
3.
The party
Yes.
does notice
3d6. You do have helps. You could use a help, and then
Oh yeah.
I feel like I'm going to need a help soon, but I'm not going to use it right now.
not right now. All right, very well.
I should have 4.
Yes. The horses buck and refuse to go any further.
Cool.
She's now 25 yards ahead of you. She
Is
is
she still trotting?
50 yards from the house.
I'm keeping pace.
It is difficult because you're going through the snow.
Yes.
She appears to be on top of the snow, but you are keeping up.
What time of day is it again?
The sun has just set. There
We've
is-
gotta
And
help
are there
her.
lights on? I'm assuming we can see candles coming from inside the house.
Yes, there are lights in the house. Either
Okay.
candles or oil lamps of some sort.
I will take my pistol and fire it into the air.
Well,
Very
you beat
well.
me to that one, so
That'll comfort the horses.
There is a loud report as the pistol discharges into the air. The
So it'll do
horses
one of things.
buck
It'll make
one
them
more
go
time, then
forward.
go still.
Ah,
The
damn it.
creature
I was
in
hoping-
rags stops, turns, and looks at all of you. And I don't have a good picture of her except for that, which is a caricature of her.
Yeah.
It is the face that greets you is a wizened crone's face, a long iron nose attached to the front of the face, coming down like a beak almost off. Red glittering eyes are sunk deep in the skull. Little wisps of gray hair descend from the rags. She looks at you, and you can see as she turns, in her right hand is a large, thin knife, like something you would use to skin a deer. Her eyes look at you. What does everyone do?
I will stand up and stare back at her
All right.
and say, "You will leave this child alone."
Very well. McCormick, what are you doing? McDillan, rather.
I'm getting my gun ready since I was going to fire it off into the air, and I'm just at this point going to stand up, and I'm finally going to exit the
The
slide.
slide. Very well. You jump down, gun in hand. Jane, what do you do?
I'm still fighting with the horses to move.
All right. Very well. And Stoat Grapple, what do you do?
I've reached into my pocket and I've retrieved a tome and a handful of salt.
Very well. Do any of you speak German?
Yes.
No.
Very well. I would say that Stoat Grapple might speak German, indeed. International businessman.
Yes.
She mutters something in an archaic form of German, and from what you can understand in the translation, she says something to the effect of "Deal with them, my children."
Oh, crap.
She then turns and begins walking toward the house again. And you all notice that there are several areas in the snow that begin to move and writhe, as if something underneath the snow is roiling and moving. With that, everyone roll me an initiative type roll. It would be whatever your physical trait would be most toward combat, if you had one. McCormack, you would go roll 4d6, that's for sure. And probably Jane, you would as well.
Yeah. Okay.
16.
All right.
So Marvolo does dirty combat.
10.
So that'd be 3 dice, you think?
I'll let you have 3. And Stoke Grapple, do you think you have anything that relates
No.
to physical adroitness?
I
Not really.
not really. I can certainly buy things.
Very well. Roll me 2d6 then, if you would, Kensington. And what did you get, madam?
I have 11.
All right. And Stoke Grapple?
I got a 12.
Double sixes.
Yes.
Wow.
Pardon me, I had a bean earlier.
Well,
Your bean is adorable.
Thank you.
interestingly enough, that is exactly the sound you hear. You hear a cry of a child, and then another, and then another. And out of the snow rises, clawing their way out of the snow, are about a score of toddlers, infants, and small children. Their skin is gray. Their eyes have a milky dark film over them. Their mouths hang open, and they begin to shamble and crawl toward you. Cormac, what do you do?
I did not sign on for this. But I'm going to fire off a round at the witch. Not at any of the kids.
Very well. By the way, to answer Sir David Percival's, they all do have revolvers. Revolvers were made in the 40s, cap and ball revolvers, though. So I am going to need to keep track of how many rounds are fired. Madam has 5 rounds left. Cormac, go ahead. You're shooting at her. Is that correct?
Yes, I'm shooting at her. I'm going to see if winging her or hitting her will stop this army of undead children from attacking. And I roll a 14.
14. The shot seems to pass through part of her rag-like robes. She turns when you do and hisses at you. Stoat
Did not go as planned.
As the children approach, I am flicking salt at them to see if that does anything. Usually, it's also snow.
Roll me an occult.
Yes, I shall use a help.
Very well.
Yes.
Oh, I like where this is going already. I've changed my mind. Here we are. Yes. Oh, 5. That is a 16.
Surprisingly, the salt hitting them causes them to take to shrink back slightly. It does not dispel them, but it does seem to repel them. They dislike it, but it does not seem to be doing physical harm to them. But it is stopping them momentarily. Madam.
Oh, bullocks. I tell Madam Birchta. Actually, I will hop out of the sleigh and approach her.
She's about 25 yards ahead of you.
Is she ignoring me?
No,
Yes?
she is. She's turned and is hissed at Cormac.
Okay. I will definitely head to her and I say, by all of the unholy underworld entities of all time and this and the other worlds combined, I command you to stop and leave this child. And I will attempt to do the kind of occult phrasing that I know.
All right, give me an
What
occult.
Rollo
Give me
knows better than me.
an occult roll.
Oh, can I do a help?
You may. So you spend a help. Get to roll an extra die, but you still only take the 4. So roll 5, take the 4 highest.
Okay. That's 4. Oh, the 4 highest. That's 18.
18, very well. She looks at you and says something in German, which Kensington, you recognize as the equivalent of "this is not over," and her body just becomes gaseous and dissipates. However, the children are still snarling and coming toward you. Jane.
My last dumb moment of bravery didn't work out, so I'm gonna. I'm pretty well bundled up for the cold, so I think that's going to protect me enough if this goes sour. But I am singing a lullaby and reaching for whatever child is closest, while being mindful that I have a knife in my boot.
You have a knife in your boot? I'm sorry, you froze there for a moment, Jerry. Say that again, please.
Yeah, you did all right, so say it again, sorry.
You said you have a knife in your boot?
Yes.
All right. And you're reaching for the child while singing a lullaby.
Yeah, just trying to be comforting.
Roll me 4d6.
Baby doesn't like it. I really don't like it.
I don't like this dice time. 10.
10?
10.
The baby latches onto your wrist and does 3 points of damage to you as it chomps down onto you and holds on with inhuman strength. So your hit points normally would have been a 24. I believe.
So now I'm down to 21.
24. So now you lose those.
Okay.
Very well. The other children shy away from Stoat Grapple. However, Cormac, roll me 4d6, please, as a number of them attempt to latch onto you.
Oh, and the total is, oh yeah, baby, 8.
That is
Really
not
get
good.
an 8
That is not good.
on 4d6. Oh boy.
Oh yeah, 46. 2 3s and 2 1s.
Do you
One
have
of the
any?
toddlers manages to push you over by hitting your knee. As you fall, several bite you for a total of 5 points of damage, and you are now on the ground. Madam, if you would please also roll me 3d6 as they attempt to attack you as well.
Oh yeah, that is definitely that. 5, 9.
One latches onto your calf, drawing blood, causing 2 points of damage to you.
You little. She actually says this. You little shit.
Very well.
He tries to kick them away.
There are no pupils. It's a complete milky film over their eyes.
How many points? I'm sorry, I missed that.
2.
Two.
They are not in this cold air. There is no breath. There is no cloud of breath coming out of them, even when they make noise.
Did anyone come out of the house after the gunshot? And I assume we're screaming at this point.
It's been about 15 seconds.
Okay.
Cormac, you're on the ground.
Do I? Is it my turn?
You go after that.
Ow.
They were just reacting to them being attacked.
Yes.
The underworldly beings went first.
I apologize, undead children. Please
I am,
continue to slaughter our adventuring team.
I'm just trying to break away and roll away to a point where I can get back onto my feet. I'm not trying to get back on my feet right now. I'm just trying to break free of the ones that have me.
Roll me 4d6.
Please be better. Be better than last time.
Hard to be worse.
14 this time.
Very good. You do manage to get away from their grips, get a few feet away, and manage to clamber to your feet.
Okay.
Stoke grapple.
Who's the closest next to me, near me?
Of the 2 that were being attacked?
Yes.
Or the 3, rather, that are being attacked?
Right.
Actually, Madam is closest to you.
I throw salt at the one that is latched to her wrist.
Actually, it's her calf, but yes.
Yes.
Roll me 3d6, please.
Didn't like it, did you?
Oh. 17.
You drive all of the undead children away from Madam. Madam, it is your
Children
turn.
don't like Englishmen.
Oh, thank you. No, what
Do
I
you have
meant
any
to
salt?
say.
Do you have any?
No, it's I should have, didn't I? No salt. Under pressure, she says, your mother misses you. Go to her. And I try to shoo them away. And this is the way with you, little ones.
They are clearly not being shooed away. I'm going to point out you do have a gun in your hand.
Yeah, as much as children weird me out, their little faces, tiny little hands. All right, I don't feel comfortable shooting them. But I will, I guess, stab a couple. It's way different.
So you are, what are you doing?
Stabbing a couple. I will swing my knife in a very threatening gesture to keep them
All right,
away
so you're
from
trying to
me.
drive them back with the knife.
Yes.
You're not deliberately trying to stab one
I'm
of
not
them.
trying to murder the kid.
You're trying
They're
to fend
already
them
dead.
off. Roll me 3d6, please.
Okay. Oh, well, that's 12. That's pretty good.
You managed to at least keep them at bay for the moment. Jane, there's one attached to your wrist.
Yeah. I'm just like smacking it on the corner of the sled this whole time, just trying to
Very well.
knock it
Roll me
off.
3d6.
All right. Yeah, I am not using that dice tower anymore. 18.
18. You bash its head into the metal. It's a wooden runner with a metal band around the outside of it. You smack its head into it. Its head comes apart, broken like a rattle. But what falls out of it is ash and dust. The body turns to ash and dust. around your wrist and falls onto the snow until a slight gust of wind takes it away.
How many of them are there? I meant to ask earlier.
Now there are 19.
Jesus.
Am I free for another action, or
no? You've brained that one.
No. I mean, like, I would probably start to turn this. Actually, no. I would yell towards the house.
Very well. You are yelling at the house.
Do we know the girl's name?
This is Matilda.
No, it's Elsa.
No,
Mueller.
Matilda Zimmerman. Who's the Stouffer girl?
No, this is Elsa.
Catherine.
You're at the Mueller residence.
We're at the Mueller.
We're at the Mueller, yeah.
Elsa Mueller.
Elsa.
You're yelling for Elsa. Very well.
Yelling for Elsa to get her ass out here.
I will add my voice to hers if I can.
Cormac, roll me 4d6, please.
12.
You managed to keep ducking and rolling away from them. Meanwhile, Madam and Stoat Grapple are keeping them at bay with knife and salt, and the ones by Jane, they are starting to attack the horses.
You go too far.
Cormac, what do you do?
I'm going to fire off another round at Frau Liechtenstein.
She's gone.
She's gone.
Oh, she's gone. Okay, she's gone now.
Yes. She dissipated after Madam spoke to her.
Okay, then I'm going to shoot the closest child to me.
Very well. Roll 4d6.
13.
The bullet enters a torso of a toddler. But instead of a spray of blood and gore, a puff of ash and dust erupts as the body collapses into nothingness.
All right, then.
Stoat Grapple.
They're attacking the horses.
Well, you and Madam are holding some at bay currently, but yes, there are a few. There is a small number of them. There are some that are around you, Stoat Grapple. There are some that are around Madam. There are some that are around Cormac, and there is the ones that were by Jane are now attacking the horses.
I yelled at everyone, quickly to the sleigh. And I throw salt at the ones attacking the horses.
All right, give me a roll again.
How many?
3. We're not worrying about a cult. We're worrying about your actual ability to throw at this point. You figured out that it works, so
14.
You drive them away from the horses and make it to the sleigh. Madam.
Calling for the Elsa to come to the door, that there's things in the night that we need help with, or we are helping with, using my words. How many of them are still attacking the horses? None?
None.
There are a total of 18 creatures still out here. I would say at this point, about half of them are gathering around the sleigh. The rest are between you and Cormac.
Cormac, say a prayer or something. I don't know. Maybe priest. Do we have a priest? We don't have a priest. We need a priest. Yeah, I'm holding my action. I'm kind of assessing the situation.
Very well. Jane.
All right. So Cormac, you're just Catholic. You couldn't bless the snow that would then baptize.
Yeah.
The souls.
Yeah, no.
Okay, we're not going to do that. let's see. I guess I'm turning the sled around and getting out of here because Big Bad's gone. Elsa's not coming to the door, and got these little shits.
They are little shits.
Very well. So Kensington and Kensington, you're next to the sleigh. Jane is attempting to turn it around to head back the way you came. Is that correct?
Get in the sled, Kenny.
Very well. She's turning it around and yelling at you to get in the sleigh. The creatures around you all are basically held at bay, except for the ones around Madam and Cormac. Madam, roll me 3d6, please.
I deserve this. 14? Yeah, 10, 6. 14.
You managed to dance back as they bite at your literally ankles. They're literally ankle biters at this point. And
Can I
Cormac,
get again? Can I try
Cormac
and get
also
it?
roll, please.
15.
You can kick them, but you have to sound like Bartok when you do it. My kicker.
Again, there are a number around you. You managed to take a few moments of sprinting away. You're getting closer to the sleigh, I assume. Is that your intention?
Yeah.
All right. It is your turn. You have gotten away from the children.
Then I'm getting back into the sleigh if that's what we're doing.
Very well. You jump into the sleigh. Stoke grapple.
I attempt to bless the snow.
Are you an ordained priest?
I'm
No.
an occultist. I've done lots of.
He's got a robe.
Give me an occultist roll without. This is just for your knowledge.
Yeah.
Give me an occultist roll.
$15.
You are fairly certain that faith is what would drive that, and as not being a man of faith officially, you might know the forms of blessing. Also, you have no idea if this would work, and it's probably
No, I didn't know the salt would work either.
All right. Well, go ahead and attempt to bless the snow then.
Well,
Give me a Cormac to show you how.
I do a focus, and in German, I say, go back to mother. And that is on 11.
There's no appreciable change.
I get my ass back on that sleigh.
Very well. You jump back onto the sleigh. Madam, you are kind of about the sleigh is turned around. It looks like
I get back on sleigh without even thinking twice about it.
All right, very well. You jump back on the sleigh. Everyone is on the sleigh, Jane. What do you do?
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me a handling of the horses for me.
6.
What's that?
It was 3, right?
3 dice.
6.
Oh my.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
that
trampled all of the infants, and we've made our way to safety in the wonderful pub.
Clearly, that's what that means.
You as you spin the sleigh around to head back, the horses lose their footing. The sleigh skids sideways and turns over, disgorging all of you into the snow. The horses seem all right, but the sleigh is now on its side, still hitched to the animals. It's amazing that the horses are still upright, but you are all now sprawled out in the snow.
Has there been any response from the house at all?
At this moment, yes, the door of the house opens, and you see that there is an older gentleman, very severely dressed, at the porch. It looks like he has some sort of long gun in his hand.
Help.
I need all 4 of you to roll me 3d6, please.
10. Is 10 good? Is this
Ooh, 16, baby.
All right.
9.
10 as well. And what did you get, Jane?
9.
9. They swarm Jane.
Oh.
Jane, roll me 3d6 again, please.
Yep.
This is them attacking you now.
Do I get to start swinging, or are they just okay? No.
I was just having you roll to see which one they were going to go after.
Oh, good. 9.
9 again.
This is German,
They
you know.
jump you. There are about 4 of them attached to you. You take a total of 5 more points of damage for various bites and scratches and scrapes as they basically a pile of infants and toddlers with gnashing teeth and milky eyes swarm over top of you like a horde of rats.
How I came into this world. So
Cormac.
At this point, I'm gonna pull my knife and just start. I'm not trying to fend them off. I am going to flat out fucking stab, pardon my language, the closest one to me.
Very well. Go ahead, roll. 46.
$15.
Very good. Roll again.
15 again.
You actually managed to dispatch 2 of them, turned to ash and dust under your knife as you swing wildly at them.
You know, from dealing with marble firefighting gangs, I'm used to fighting in chaotic.
Yes, you are used to gang fights.
You're trained in Leprechaun.
Stoke grapple.
I yell, "We are beseeched by the damned. Aid us, free us of these hellbound infants, and for God's sakes, have your daughter start spinning, man." And I run toward Jane with a handful of salt.
Very well. And you pepper them on her with the salt. Very good.
Yes.
Very well. Roll 3d6 for that.
I shall use a help.
Very well.
13.
They hiss and scatter away from her.
Nice.
Madam.
I will also assist Jane as I have been toppled from the sleigh. I will pull babies off of her and toss babies all the time. I'm a baby tossing. I've heard that they do this in Russia. I'm just saying.
You're just trying to throw them? They actually have scattered off of her
Okay.
from the salt.
I help Jane up and I say, we've got to get this sleigh upright. There's no way we're going to get this sleigh upright, is there?
Very well. Jane, you and Madam are upright next to a tilted over sleigh.
I guess try to get the sleigh picked up while kicking at children.
Babies.
Very well. I would like both Madam and Jane to roll me 3d6, each one of you.
15? That's pretty good. Yeah. Wow.
6.
That's not so good.
It's not so good. No.
Um,
They were all 2. So
Then we
Madam
like
throws her
split
back
the
into it and starts to push, and it almost rights itself. But Jane, because of her injuries, slips in her own blood from her wrists off the sleigh, and it does not quite turn over. But perhaps another try. And you do not take any more damage from that. You just
Thank you.
can't get a good grip.
I imagine I'm also crying a lot right now. Does the salt from my tears help with the little ones?
No, but the salt that I threw at your wounds might sting a bit.
Yeah, no. It doesn't feel great. It's in my raccoon wounds.
It's in my raccoon wound.
Yeah, children.
It's in my zombie baby
No worse
wounds.
than raccoons.
Cormac, roll me 4d6 as they now attempt to attack you. As you're in amongst them with a knife.
10.
You're in luck. I rolled poorly. You managed.
Oh, yeah, so did I, obviously.
I rolled an 8. And so, Cormac, it is your turn. Are you McStabberson again?
Yeah, at this point, I'm stabbing so they can write this. I'm buying them time, and shouting out because I'm assuming. Have I noticed the guy on the porch with the long gun?
What's that?
Oh,
Have I noticed the guy on the porch with the long gun?
You're aware of him, and he looks like he is coming out your way. It looks to be a shotgun in his hand.
Little help here.
Ken, say that in German.
Go ahead and stab away, Cormac.
16.
Roll again.
And this time, the second roll, a 12.
You dispatch another one.
Okay. Putting all that gang warfare to good use.
Cormac, you still grapple.
I bitte helfen, sei uns, as I go to help the right the sleigh.
All right, madam, is that what you would like to do as well?
Yeah, apparently, I would like to believe in my BS, and yes, I would like to continue to writing the sleigh.
All right, and Jane, is that also what you're going to do?
Yep, I'm still kicking babies and pushing sleds.
All right, all three of you then, to make this simple, all three of you roll 3d6.
Okay, it's my turn to roll. Oh, whoa, no, that's a 6.
12.
14.
13.
You right the sleigh. The lines are not tangled, and it looks like nothing is severely broken. The infants and toddlers, there is a loud report, a blast, as the shotgun that is being held by who you can only assume is Conrad Mueller, the patriarch of the household, discharges.
I check myself. Did he shoot me?
Cormac.
Yes.
Roll me 4d6.
All right, how bad can it be? 13.
Good. You
13.
see the German gentleman point the shotgun in your general direction and take your cue and drop to the ground as three more clouds of ash and dust replace what were once toddlers. Yes, indeed. And with that, a group of them will go toward him.
Oh, no. I feel bad now. A little bad.
He then grabs the barrel and swings the shotgun around and uses the butt of the shotgun to keep them at bay. A couple also go after Cormac. So, Cormac, if you would roll again, please.
Rolling.
46.
12.
You managed to rather handily keep them back. There's a lot less of them now. You would say there are 6 around you, Cormac.
Okay.
And there are 6 who are attempting to get the gentleman at the moment.
Okay. Then I'm going to keep trying to dispatch the ones around me.
Go ahead, Cormac. It is your turn, in fact.
11.
You dispatch another one.
Okay, slowly but surely evening those odds.
Stoke grapple.
With the sleigh righted, I run towards the house, throwing salt at the demon children.
The ones that are by the Mr. Mueller.
By Mr. Mueller, yeah.
Roll 3d6, please.
11.
11. You hold them at bay briefly. They seem to back off from him slightly. Madam?
I've had enough of this stupid little babies running around. I hop out of the carriage, the sleigh, and I pick up a baby and I beat another one with it.
All right. Roll me 3d6. This is going to be difficult to do as they are biting at you.
Yeah.
I will point out that you have 3 helps currently sitting there.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty cool. I'll use a help now.
Very good.
Just because I like the visual of taking a demon baby and beating other demon babies with it. So we'll see what happens here. Oh, that is a very good help. Wow. 16, 17, 18, 19.
19. You grab a toddler by the leg.
Wow.
Mullinex with it once over your head, and then strike the skull of an infant with it. Both shatter into gray dust and smoke.
As I do this, I say, I never liked baby dolls to begin with.
Jane. The sleigh is righted, but everyone else has run off.
Yeah. All right. So I saw what Stoke Grapple was doing. I didn't understand it. So I reach into my bag, and I don't think I would have salt, but I have my party tin of period appropriate cocaine. So I start running after my compatriots, and I'm throwing, I mean, not handfuls, like, look, at the little ones, trying to see if that will dispel, because I saw the salt. I'm trying to
Fucked up babies, what could go wrong?
They've got a taste for cocaine now. Run!
You've heard of Cocaine Bear. Now get ready for Cocaine Baby.
Oh dear. They want to watch something called Frozen. Oh, there. Oh. They're all singing Baby Shark very loudly.
little zombies just being like,
I can party all night. I can dance all night.
She's our band.
And the chant of "Watch what I can do, watch what I can do, watch what I can do."
So would that be 4?
Roll 3.
3. $11.
You pelt them with it, but it does not seem to have any effect. By the way, for the record, for those of you who are curious, first mentions of use of cocaine by humans can be found from Amerigo Vespucci in the late 14, early 1500s.
Oh, yeah.
By 1860, it had been isolated. So we'll say yes.
I mean, the lady from the show Ghosts is a fan of it.
With that, the farmer manages to to get himself a little bit of distance and fires the other barrel of the shotgun at the monstrosities.
Okay, so it's good. He sees them too.
Like
First one wasn't a fluke.
And he destroys 2 more of them.
Mental note: get the shotgun.
And they attack him again and fail. And one attack. Then I think there's only 2 left at Cormac. And roll me 46, Cormac.
46. And we come up with a 15.
You easily dodge them. The infants and babies seem to be becoming more sluggish now. They're moving slower. And Cormac, it is your turn. There are still 2 about you.
I'm going to try to dispatch both of them.
All right, go ahead.
12.
Roll again.
16.
And
I am stepping on some babies in the snow in front of Germans.
The ancient occultist Suzanne Vega. Very good. Very good.
Stoat Grapple. There are 5 of these little demon children left around you and Mr. Mueller.
I punt one into a wall.
You punch one?
Yes.
For good measure? All right, very well. Roll 3d6.
You don't want to miss out on the bunching of babies, you know?
Would you like to use a help to punch the baby?
You don't get the loud opportunities.
I kick it. I kick it. I give it the punt, eh? That's a 13.
Indeed, you punch one into oblivion.
These are my good shoes.
The toe of your boot connects with its eye socket and it crumbles.
Oh, God.
Leaving a dusty baby residue upon your boot. Madam.
How many remaining at this point?
There are about 4 of them around the farmer. None by the sleigh anymore.
And the horses, how are they? Are they still connected to the sleigh?
They are.
Are they willing to move forward?
No one is currently attempting. No one's in the driver's seat, if you will.
I will up to the driver's seat to coerce the horses to move forward just a little bit.
Very well. Roll 2d6.
Yeah, because driving horses is totally in my skill set.
Exactly.
That would be 7. Wait.
You grab a set of leathers and pull and pull and pull, and nothing is happening until you realize that those are the leathers that are actually attached to the wagon and to the sleigh itself.
Nailed it! Ah,
Nailed
so
it.
good. Crap.
Perfect.
Pony,
Jane.
go. Pony, go.
So I was running back to catch up with everybody. How close am I to any of them or to the?
Oh, you caught up to where the farmer is now. Pretty much
Okay.
you're all around the farmer except for Madame Marvolo, who is trying to make the sleigh go and pull the horses. Apparently.
I run up and try to punt a zombie baby like a field goal.
Very well.
3.
Yes, 3 dice, please.
14.
You do, in fact, punt one into oblivion. You hit it in its bloated belly, and it collapses inward like a puffball in a field on a dry morning, and it just caves in, and a cloud of spore-like dust just floats out of it and drifts down onto the snow.
Do you think the reason that Jacques Zuiper doesn't do this game is because he doesn't want this to be on his TikTok and affect his followers?
Perhaps.
All right. Yes.
That might be why.
He's missing out.
He really is.
The poetry alone.
The farmer swings his gun, dispatching another. Cormac.
Yes.
It is your turn. There are 2 left.
There are 2 left. Where are they? Over by the
By
farmer?
the farmer.
I'm going to join in on the baby punting.
Roll. You may roll 4 dice, though. You are an efficient punter.
Not this time. 12.
Good enough.
Nice.
They're babies.
You slip on the snow, but manage to land with your heel on one of their temples and crush it like a can. Only it's much more yielding, and when you move your foot, there's only an inky, sooty stain left where its head would have been. Stoat grapple.
Sure is hot in heaven. I kick another one.
Go ahead.
The last one. A 10.
And with that, all of the foul spawn are gone. The German gentleman is standing there panting.
Good evening, sir. I am Kensington Stoat Grapple. My associates and I were on our way to come and visit your abode when we came across a terrifying witch demon who did summon her undead familiars. This all could have been avoided. May we speak to your daughter, please?
He is so English. I can't believe it.
I thank you. I wasn't fishing, but I like what I caught.
Because my wife is concerned, no actual babies were harmed during
yes.
fight.
That baby's so cute. I would never punt a baby like that.
No.
All right.
I would kiss a baby like that.
It's a good baby.
I do like babies, but
The German gentleman is confused, obviously, but he has witnessed these things with his own eyes.
Yes.
Where did they come from?
Frau Percher.
Frau Perchta. I do not know that name.
she knows yours.
Yes. It is a foulsome demon who seeks to punish the children, and she has been dispatched. She has been not dispatched. She has been.
You mean like Bertha?
Who?
I'm going to roll an occult knowledge.
Yes, please do.
I'm doing very well this evening. 20.
Yes, you have heard that sometimes she is known as Bertha in other parts of Germany.
Yes. Yes. She has been apparently summoned here by means we know not how.
So that's very strange. She's a Austrian in southern Germany. I'm from
That's
Russia.
fun. How do we kill her?
I don't know.
Okay.
This is not. I know of this tradition, but it is not a thing we follow where I am from.
Well, I'm thinking it doesn't matter whether you follow it because it seems to me that she's following you.
I think I've put my finger on it. Where is your daughter?
She is in the kitchen.
Double check that.
Yeah.
Do I have to?
They're out here. Maybe go to consecrated grounds.
He's just staring at you.
I push past him and walk into the house.
Well, the house is still several dozen yards away.
Okay.
You've Yeah, come in. Brings the horses. He ushers you into the house, where there are two young boys. I'm sorry, one young boy and a young girl, and apparently the matriarch of the family as well. And they're all huddled in the kitchen. Ludmilla, a little bit of something warm for these people.
I don't know that there's. Well, how are you, Jane? You seem to be. You need some medical attention for a compatriot.
Yeah, my bag's in the sled. Just like yes, some water, some soap.
Do I get the sled to the house?
Yes, actually, Conrad Mueller helps guide it back to the house.
He's a man.
Elsa?
I bring her bag in. For her.
She's sitting right there.
Thanks, Pumpkin.
Yes, I'm speaking to you, Elsa.
Yeah?
Have you been neglecting your spinning duties?
But
Answer truthfully.
But I mean, it's why would I want to spin when I could play with my friends? We have enough. We don't need to spin. We've got enough here.
Right, I agree with you completely, Elsa. It is not your responsibility to spin for everyone. I think it is some. I don't think it is your fault. I think that you.
What are you talking about?
Look, there's no way to say it. There's an evil witch coming from some sort of Austrian mythos to kill you because you didn't get your spinning done.
Yes.
Which I think is some
Yeah.
bullshit.
Her jaw drops. Conk.
It's some bullshit.
If you don't believe me, you can ask your friends, the ones that are still alive, or talk to the relatives of. We must find out more about this. Austrian who
Bavarian. We want the Bavarian one. We
yes,
want
the Staffers. They're Bavarian, are they not?
The Staffers, says Conrad Mueller. The Staffers, they're 2 farms over. They just moved here. Probably back in February of last year.
And they're from Austria.
As a Bavarian, they're down right by Munich.
Okay.
Have you angered them in any way? Have you?
I hardly know them. They don't have any children.
They don't have any children.
9. I have no reason to go there. I don't want to play. I want to play. And
I would highly suggest keeping up with your spinning and doing your duty for your family, as your father has just protected you from eternal damnation.
she looks at her father with big eyes, and he just stares down at her and kind of gives a little bit of a shrug, like,
Tell me more about your Berchta.
Bertha is a story, says Conrad. Bertha is a story that they have in the southern Germany about this witch who will punish you if you're bad at Christmas time.
Yes.
It is currently Christmas time now.
Any weaknesses? Like anything that she doesn't like? Salt, maybe?
I don't know.
Jane, how do you feel?
Yeah, the cocaine's making me feel better.
That stuff works.
I lost some blood.
Mother man.
You say. Very well. Tend to your family, sir. We must be on our way.
Yeah, I know.
He just sort of stares at you as you leave.
I stare at him and go, "Come on, you gotta know something. Do you have any traditions that you like put around?"
I'm walking to the sleigh.
Anything, please, just give us a hint. There are other little girls out there that are in danger.
I have only heard the name Bertha as the witch. I don't know what else to tell you.
Okay.
It's fine.
Ring of salt. That's all I can say. Ring of salt.
Family spending night. It'll be fun.
Yeah, good times.
Meanwhile, Kensington has made it back to the sleigh.
How the hell does this thing work? Where's the valet? Damnation.
Simmer down, rich boy. I'm coming.
Oh, God.
You are all back in the sleigh now.
Jane. Yeah, I helped Jane. Okay. She's got to have a weakness. Somebody's got to know about the weakness.
Well, we're going to ask the Bavarians.
Who have no kids.
That sounds like a good idea.
They're new to the area. They know more about this than they are Bavarian.
But they don't even have kids. Like I'm just kind of like.
Well, we're
why
going to
are-
find out the connection, aren't we?
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. What about water? I feel like witches don't like water.
Who's walking above snow?
That's
It's only a
it.
short ride,
Yes.
Oh, well,
um,
that's good. That's good news.
20 minutes, and you are at a farmhouse that is a little bit closer to the road. Actually, this one is.
I'm going to look for any symbols, anything hanging from trees, any wardings, any
Cool.
talismans,
Give me an occult roll.
and I shall.
May
how
I
many herbs do I
participate
have?
in this as well?
Yes, you may.
Oh yes, I shall.
I'm looking for sigils of protection specifically. 9, 10, 12.
15.
You do not discern anything.
Hmm.
It looks like a plain stone farmhouse.
No stars?
No.
That's kind of weird.
It does look a relatively new construction.
Okay, let's do this.
Let's do this.
Well, you're at the house.
I knock on the door.
Yeah.
After a few moments, there is a voice from the other side of the door. Yeah, who is it?
Yeah.
We are travelers. I seek to speak with the staffers. I have questions. I must know.
Like
Please,
this.
please, your help. I have money. I can pay.
A moment, please. And the door opens, and there's an older, not old, late middle-aged gentleman, German gentleman there. Yeah. Are you in trouble?
I believe this entire community is in great danger. Please, and I holding out some money. I need you to tell us all about what you know about Frau Percha.
Frau Perchta?
Yes.
Did old superstition?
Yes.
Yeah.
Come in.
Thank you.
He opens the door for you. Lisbeth, tea, coffee,
Yes.
brandy?
Lovely.
Yes.
All of
Yes.
the above. Yes.
I'd love a coffee.
Yeah. Lisbeth, something for
Danke.
our guests.
You're doing well. You're doing well.
Bitte.
Very good, madam.
Yeah, nailed
Come
it.
into the kitchen. Sit. There's a large table, but only 2 chairs normally added. He pulls in other chairs from
I'm
the
standing.
sides of the wall.
I'm standing. I'm using my full 6'3" Britishness. I'm throwing my weight around. I'm dash it all. I'm going to find out what we need to know. Yes.
I'm feeling a little better after the blood loss.
So yeah,
You need
you
to
want to
see-
know about Frau Perchta?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's you use it to scare children. You tell fanciful tales to make them do their chores and behave and be good. Otherwise, if not, she'll come after Christmas time, between Christmas and the Epiphany, and she'll scold you. And if you're extra bad, they call her as a belly slitter. She'll slit open your belly and put
Yes.
straw. and rocks in
How is she dispelled with?
it. Dispelled? I don't know. You never dispelled her. You dispelled her by doing your chores and being good
So let's say
and leaving, and helping others. Just the usual boogeyman
would
to
you
scare
like what would cause her to appear before the Epiphany?
That's her feast time. Yeah,
But
that's
she's
when she
let's
show, that's
say
when she
she is
appears.
here now, and it is not Epiphany.
Oh, it was been the days leading to Epiphany. The actual
I see.
Epiphany was her feast.
Gotcha.
Did you celebrate this?
No, 9. We don't have any children to They'll have to
Is he
terrorize
lying?
with fake stories of boogeymen.
Is he lying at all about not having children and not celebrating?
Go ahead and give me a. You can roll 4d6 on that.
I could try. That is the worst roll I've had tonight. Well, not too terrible. 10. 10?
10. You see no signs of children living around.
Right.
You see no.
I'm reading him.
He appears completely earnest, as far as you can tell.
What about Elizabeth? What about
She's a little shy, but she seems to be backing up whatever her husband is saying.
Herr Staffer,
Yeah.
is there any sort of acts of contrition? You seem like nice churchy people, and so if someone has upset things, how do they make it right? How do they get rid of the boogeyman?
I mean, you would go to confession, I guess. I don't know if there's a Catholic church around here.
I mean,
We're the only ones that we just moved in, and we have not found one nearby. The closest one I know of is in Norristown, which is a bit of a drive from here. No, we came in, and we have our usual Catholic regalia. We've got our little. Well, he gestures over to what is essentially a china cabinet. He says, "Well, we've got our little things. We see. There's, in there we keep our cross, our rosaries, that sort of thing. Yeah.
might we see?
Oh, it's right there. It's glass fronted.
Is there anything inside that would be out of place? Or
Go ahead and give me a. Actually, no, you don't even need to roll. There is an iron piece about this long, hooked and curved, sitting on a little stained wooden pedestal under a slight glass globe.
what is this?
Oh, that is my pride and joy. Yeah, my grandfather got that. Adalbert. Do you know what it is?
Tell us what it is.
He bought it, and they told him it is the iron nose of Tycho Brahe. Bought it in Munich. Tycho, he the astronomer. Yeah, he lost his nose in a duel, and he had an artificial nose.
Aren't
How
you
much?
a collector, Stotz?
How much is it worth to you?
Oh, I don't know. My grandfather bought it. Bought it in Munich back in. Oh my goodness, mid 1745 ish.
I've pulled out a wad of bills that is as thick as his arm.
Can we borrow it?
But why would you want to borrow Tycho Brahe's nose?
Big fan.
Does anyone have any history background?
As a
No.
as a world traveler, perhaps.
I'll let you roll 3d6.
I would like to use help, thank you, if I have
ahead.
any left.
Not at all.
Do I have any left?
Do you have any helps left? Let's see. Yes, you do. You have 2.
I would like to use
Wow.
one, thank you.
I have helps left too. I gotta pay attention to
Go ahead.
That's only a 10.
You have heard that Tycho Brahe had lost half of his nose in a duel.
We would love to have it. Big
What is sitting in
admirer.
front of you is a full nose.
Well, he only lost half his nose.
Thus,
Yes, only half his nose.
he only lost half his nose.
Yes,
Are you sure?
I'm certain.
My grandfather bought this. He's roll me 3d6.
You're gonna love this. I'd like to take this opportunity to console the poor man for being an unsuspecting mark of a very complicated grift
14.
and taken for his money and such a false thing. And
14 is what you rolled. Madam, roll me 4 dice as well, please.
And yeah, we will definitely give him way more than it is worth
Yes.
to help ease his pain.
And the two of you are working together on this. Go ahead and,
Yes.
and roll.
Oh yes. So that is 8. Oh, that's okay. That's 12, 14.
You both
14?
rolled a 14. Perfect.
Oh yeah. Cool.
You see, he gets a little crestfallen. He's like, "So it's a fake? Oh, that's a my grandfather was a fool."
We've all been there.
Oh. You wanted to buy it?
Yes.
All right. I don't know.
For the novelty, I have a shop in New York City. That this would be a
What
wonderful
would you give me for it?
I don't know. We are feeling very generous, and I start throwing negotiations of a very modest amount that is not exorbitant.
And this is with all of their Catholic iconography stuff, right?
And knickknacks and things like that.
Okay, there are other knickknacks. Okay.
Oh yes, there's a bunch of weird things just gathered.
You'd be doing you.
I cannot ethically. I cannot ethically let my friend, who I know is about to make an outrageous offer. I will make sure that he does not speak an outrageous number, and I will present a very modest, humble number, and imply that we are being very generous with this number.
I'd suppose maybe $25.
Oh,
That's the equivalent of about $800 today.
that
Yeah.
wounds me. We are doing you a favor, saving you the shame of having to hold
Madam,
such a
he also invited us into his home.
It's
Yes,
$25,
Lovely
course.
home.
$25 and you can take it. I'll even give you the stand.
Of course. All right. I will bite my tongue.
The cash is on the table. I have it in my hand. I am leaving. I'm
Thank you so much for the tea
And the coffee.
You have
and the
Velcro?
coffee.
The baffled, he watches you leave with an iron nose.
I leave my card if ever you are in need of spiritual guidance of the metaphysical variety. Don't hesitate to reach
Beef.
out, because she knows a mark when she sees one.
Bye, Elizabeth.
Uh,
Nice meeting you.
Goodbye.
Before I go, though, do you know anything about your neighbors, like the Zimmermans or the Muellers?
What's about them?
I'm just, you're new to the area, and, we're just passing through, too, and we kind of met them, and I wanted to know if you knew anything about them.
We haven't talked to them much. They're Lutheran, and we've not had much chance to interact. We are busy getting set up. I'm hoping that in the spring, mayhaps we could have a picnic or something.
You should go give what is the name of the first house we visited?
Bowers.
Bows. You should bring food to the Bows. They are in need of community support right now.
Really? Well, I'll try to call on them when the weather is good. Yeah.
Show them the good Catholic people you are.
Yeah, we should lead by example.
Exactly.
Merry Christmas to you all.
To you. Thank you. Happy New Year.
You are outside now in the sleigh with the nose.
I'm going through my tome. I'm looking at how to banish or destroy cursed objects.
Give me an occult roll.
May I?
Madam, you may as well.
Thank you very much.
I will
You guys,
use
by the
another
way.
help.
Oh, yeah. Let me throw that in there.
My last one, I believe.
I did not need that. That was a good roll.
I
Can you
Did-
describe again what this thing looks like?
It looks like an iron hooked nose.
18.
But you said there was like a glass ball or something on it?
It's in a little display case.
Oh, okay.
You're never gonna believe this. 22.
Talking about it,
He needs help.
it's most cursed items if you melt them down.
Yep. So there was one of the people that was a blacksmith, right? Or am I making that up?
There are blacksmiths all around because it's a farming community. You need blacksmiths.
1847.
Let's melt it down.
All right.
There's a blacksmith right next to the Trap Tavern where you were staying.
Let us go back to the Trap Tavern immediately.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You do, and a whirlwind in the driving snow. You drive the horses and the sleigh all the way back to the Trap Tavern. You arrive, and sure enough, there is a blacksmith who is working, repairing some horseshoes when you arrive.
We need to. I need to melt something very, very quickly. Might I? Where would be the best place to do such a thing?
What do you want with? What do you want with it? Are you just trying to get rid of?
Yes.
Some scrap iron?
Yes.
No. Where's the bit in question?
I'm holding it.
Oh, it's a funny-looking piece. What do you want made out of it?
A horseshoe.
I would say
horseshoe,
as many. Apologies for interruption.
Yes.
But as many small nails as possible.
Oh, I like that better. Yes.
All right.
Yes, we need small nails, just a little bit.
He holds out his hand.
One horseshoe.
For it. Takes the lump. I can throw it and start right now, I suppose.
All right.
It'll cost you $2 for me to turn this into a box of nails for you.
I pay him $2.
All right. He throws it into the coals, starts up the bellows. You could have sworn you heard a baby cry in the distance for a brief moment, and then it stops. And all is quiet as the iron melts down into a lump, and the blacksmith plies it with his hammer. And that is where we're going to end the adventure tonight.
How is this possible? Oh my gosh.
Everyone, thank you so much for joining us for our second half of our holiday special here at Gothic Horror Gaming. Before I go any further, I do want to introduce our players and see what they've got going on, that maybe you can find them in other venues. Let us start with Madame Marvolo. Madame Marvolo.
Hi, everyone. It was a pleasure playing Madame Marvolo, doing character development, and I just want to express her pleasure of working with such amazing professionals to get rid of the disaster on this community. I am a maker. I'm an artist. I make things and I sell them on the Mabs Mobile Mercantile. And you can also find me here at Now 21 Adventures. We'll be starting up very soon.
Very good. We also have with us Jane Divergent.
Everybody, it was great showering babies with Coke with you. You can catch me at Trenton Improv. Our next show is not scheduled, but if you follow us on Instagram or Facebook, Trenton Makes Improv, you will stay in tune with all of our upcoming shows. It is also Patriots Week in Trenton. If you are local, I hope to see you at some of the events. The bar crawl is tomorrow night, so that's where I'll be in fanciful garb. And also, if you are interested in performing at a Ren Fair, I would highly recommend you sign up for auditions for the New Jersey Renaissance Fair. And you can find that by Googling it and signing up for the auditions on the website. I will see you there.
To the Googler.
To the Googler.
To the Google. We also have with us Cormac McDillan.
Hey, everybody. I'm Matt Selly. I really have nothing to pimp right now except for good prayers for my good thoughts for my friends Jonathan and his brother David, who are recovering from a pretty serious medical condition. That's really all I've got. And, you know, I would also recommend auditioning for the New Jersey Ren Fair. And if you're a little bit more PA bound and would like to be part of the semi-professional troupe of the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair, I happen to be one of the people that does that. So yeah, that's all I got. Other than that, I'm in hibernation time.
Fair enough.
Off season.
And we also have Kensington Stoatgrapple.
Hello, I'm Steve O'Dockerson, otherwise known as Beloved Entertainer Hob the Troll. You can find all my great tunes at hobthetroll.bandcamp.com, Hob the Troll on Instagram, and I will be, in a couple of weeks, slinging creme brulee for Chateau Hiblet at Dragon's Breath Creme Brulee at the Brevard Renaissance Festival.
Oh, very good. And hello, everyone. My name is Tom Zadoyko. I am the Gloom Master. I've been running this adventure here. I am a Renaissance Fair performer. I have a sword fighting show I do on the road, Buckle and Swash, pirate comedy, sword fighting, and other stuff. Our next show is at the Fort Lauderdale Renaissance Fair. The Florida Renaissance Fair, technically, is what it's called. It's in Deerfield Beach, so you can find me there, or the Tennessee Renaissance Festival later on in May, or at the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair, or at the Louisiana Renaissance Fair. Basically, it's my full-time job. So wanted to thank everyone for tuning in on this one. I want to say, just as a little behind the scenes as we're wrapping up here, I discovered this because I got it in my head at one point, what other ghost stories are with Christmas? We know of the ones that were written by Dickens and that sort of thing. And most of us know about Krampus. And so I just put in random Christmas ghosts, and Frau Perchta popped up. And I'm originally from Eastern Pennsylvania, which has a huge German community. So I was like, what? They brought it with them. So that's where the adventure came from.
Love it. That was great.
The places where you were, I've been to. Trap Tavern's a real place. Augustus Lutheran Church, where you met the priest. I actually have relatives interned there. Great grandparents and that sort of thing live there. Are laid to rest there. Actually, I've got an aunt and an uncle there too. But anyway, real places, real German community.
So we saved your great-great-grandparents.
Perhaps. Although my family's name way back in the day was Wallauer, but I deliberately did not put actual Wallauers in this one.
Good call.
You're welcome.
I love giving King of the Hill.
Thank you. That's Boom Hour. You know what? Never mind. Also, we have Handler Z in the background. Hello. My wife with our baby providing sound effects. Our baby back.
That made it so hard to murder babies.
Yes.
Was this her first voiceover gig?
This is her first
I think
voiceover
so,
gig.
yeah, technically.
At the age of 3 months, that was her first voiceover gig.
Put it on her resume.
We will.
Yes.
So, friends, thank you so much for joining us. I'm not sure when our next game is going to be. We'll have to check out schedules. And obviously, with the baby, it takes us a little bit more to get things organized. So check us out on the Discord, also on the Facebook group. And as soon as we get another Gothic Horror Gaming scrape together, we will let you know there. Not next week, in all likelihood, but perhaps the week after that, I might be able to put something else together. And we'll see who's available for that. I'd like to thank our sponsors, renadventures.com. We've got our tour.
I can't put it up. My hands are full.
Yes, your hands are full. That's kind of funny how that happens, isn't it? We've got our Destination D&D at Muncaster Castle, June 2nd through the 7th. Coming up this year, renadventures.com. You'll actually stay in the castle with us. We will game in the castle and then tour all around all the historic sites that are in the area. So that's renadventures.com. I know we've sold some spots on that. I don't know how many are left, but you should check that out as soon as you can. Also like to thank 3D2U, our friends at 3D2U. They make all sorts of personalized gaming gifts. And in fact, there we go. Katie has one right there by them, one of their Mimic dice boxes, 3D2U.org. Check them out there. Also, want to plug ourselves. Handler Z and I, she writes the stories. I narrate them. We have a book. It's on Amazon. It's on Audible. You can also join us on the Patreon. at Quill and Quote. You have to actually type out the whole thing because it's adult content. If you sign up on our Patreon, you get the stories first. You get the audio clips first before we ever put them into book form. So check us out over there. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you had an absolutely wonderful and delightful holiday, and that it is still ongoing. Feast of the Epiphany has not even happened yet. We're only on the 3rd day of Christmas. So,
Oh yeah.
That's right, you guys. Leave your minion inflatables up till the Epiphany.
That's right. Yeah, you should
And
have
spin
given
that
your
flax,
true love
kids.
3 French hens today. So,
Spin
Yeah,
that-
really. Like the
Spin the
takeaway from
flax,
this
yeah.
is, you know, children, get to your spinning. Honestly,
yes,
Spin your
Yeah,
flax.
good work, kids.
if
Lest
you're
you
spinning,
become
a foul
right out of
French
the
will
jam.
come to you. And
A
slip
quick
open your
question
book.
from the.
It was all about being anti-union, wasn't it?
I'm fine. I'm safe, right? As an adult slacker.
It was very specific about children, specifically young girls not doing their spinning.
Okay, I'm good.
You
No
should be
spinning for
good.
me.
Thank you so much, everyone. Have a lovely evening, and we'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.
Mwah!
Mwah.